Hi, this is Dan Aykroyd. He's progressive. He's beautiful. He's thoughtful. He's intelligent. He's powerful. He's positive. He is Stephen Cuoco on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio.
Hi, guys. I'm Sam Fricker. I'm an Australian Olympic diver, and you're listening to Power 98.5.
Empowering listeners from the US to the UK. Live on air with Stephen Cuoco.
I have to say, I woke up today happy. It's not always the case. You know, it just depends on how you went to bed. And I went to bed feeling extremely inspired last night. It's been a fun-filled week. As you all know, here on Live on Air with Stephen Cuoco, we've brought you incredible guests from music to sports to entertainment. It's just phenomenal. The interview with Paige Corwin, music artist Paige Corwin out of New York yesterday, that was extremely enlightening, and our conversation after that live moved me. And it moved me in a subtle, beautiful way that it felt like a chiropractic adjustment, but an energetic chiropractor adjustment. And I'm feeling absolutely inspired. And no matter what's happening in your life and what's going on, have a conversation with someone. Take a moment, read a book. That was another thing I kept putting off after a while, but there's something about when you have a good book and you just pause and not even have the phone by you. I put it in the kitchen. I was on the opposite end of the house, and I just was in my reading room and just enjoying getting at least 5-6 pages in and not worrying about the count, just feeling when I've absorbed enough, and then I got right to it. With that, having a breath of a moment, we've got someone I've been looking forward to, and the timing is absolutely perfect. We've got Linton Vassell with us today. He is based in Florida. However, we're going to go deep into learning more about what he's doing with the PFL, with Bellator. He is movie ready. He's got that actor Ving Rhames about him. That guy from, The Green Mile. He's larger than life. And being able to talk to him and have conversations with him, when they say gentle giant, I would say like he's that and so much more. So once again, Linton Vassell, he's an English mixed martial artist who competes in the heavyweight division of Bellator, professional since 2008, and he has also competed for UCMMA and Cage Warriors. Linton, welcome to Live on Air with Stephen Cuoco on Power 98.5.
Thank you very much, and great introduction. Thank you. It was a great introduction.
You're welcome. And it's well-deserved. And it goes back to our conversations that we've had before and even before going live. You've got your spirit. It just comes right through to where I feel it. And it's non-intrusive. It's subtle. It's warm. It's inviting. It feels like a hug every time I talk to you.
Thank you. I've not heard that one before.
Yeah, it does. And I hope you remember it so you can tell everyone.
But I remind, when I speak to it's like a hug, a big squeeze. Big squeeze.
I just have to start with, wow. Yep. I mean, you're young. Are you still 241 pounds? What's your weight at now?
So I was actually 247 this morning.
What? Oh.
Yeah, after training, yeah. So obviously, I'm a big guy, heavyweight, 6'4". And obviously when you're in camp, it's a little bit harder to keep the weight on because obviously you're training so much. And, sometimes you couldn't eat as much because you want to go to sleep. So I'm not in camp, so I'm able to eat a little bit more and enjoy. I'm not training every single day. So yeah, by the time I weighed myself, waking up, I was there 247.
You happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy with that because it means I'm healthy, and it means obviously I'm packing the size on. But when it comes to fight, then yeah, I'll probably start weighing about 244. You know, when I'm in camp and stuff. It's just when you're out of camp, you know, you're not burning as much calories, so that weight tends to hold on a little bit longer. Now, I'd rather be heavier than like skinny or too light, considering being a heavyweight.
Where I would like to go back a little bit, because this is where I paused in this moment. You said you would have trouble eating. Is that during training if you eat?
No. So the way our fight camps, you're training every day.
It's the sleeping. I'm sorry. It's the sleeping part. Where would you have trouble sleeping?
Oh, sorry. So, but what? So I'd say, like, so you train every day, 2-3 times a day, and sometimes you're not hungry because you're so exhausted. Not saying you're not eating, but if you're not eating as much, so you know what? Say for instance, I've gone to the gym today, and say I did some sparring, and it was a hard session. We did like 10 rounds, for instance. And then I might have a protein shake. By the time I get home, I'm like, I want to go to bed. I know I've got to eat, but I'm so tired. So you may eat a little bit, but the sleep is so much more important at that time. And then you go to sleep, wake up, then you probably eat, you know. So that's what I'm talking about about the part not eating. It's not on purpose. It's just because sleep is calling, you know, especially after a hard day, and sleep is important.
Okay. Because I was like, if there's something I should stop doing, because I've been doing boot camp, military style boot camp training right now, 3 days a week.
Yeah.
All right.
And so, you find that you're not eating, is that what you're saying?
So what I'm finding is my appetite is increasing, but also I still have moments to where, whether it's on, because I go early in the morning, fasted, maybe with an espresso.
Okay.
I come home. I'm not normally a breakfast person, but I still, I don't force myself to eat breakfast anymore. My body is responding good to it. But I find that later in the day, something is happening to where I feel that the results of that training, that hard training, start setting in late afternoon or early evening, and then all of a sudden I get this massive hunger, and I was told go directly to protein, which I do. Is that normal? Why am I getting so hungry late afternoon, early evening?
I'm going to say because you've missed that morning meal, and as it's gone later, your body's sort of saying, well, we've missed the meal. And later on in the day, I'm starting to get hungry now. You've just moved your breakfast to your lunch, if you know what I mean. You've moved everything around. So where you'd eat breakfast, you don't have that. Now your breakfast is probably, I don't know, say 12, but 12 o'clock is just where your lunch is. So you've just moved, you know, your eating times around. So now your lunch, your breakfast would be your lunch would be your dinner, and then like your dinner now will be a late dinner.
So you're not worried for me, is what I'm hearing.
No. You're eating, like you said, you're getting the food in, so you're fine.
Okay.
You've just fasted in the morning. A lot of people do that. I don't do that, but a lot of people do that. I need to eat, otherwise my belly's like, what are you doing? Like, why haven't you fueled me for this session?
But here's the thing. Can you eat before you go in a workout? Are you one of those type of guys that can do that?
So I wake up at 6:30, and then to wake up, to eat, shower, obviously all that kind of stuff, and then I head to the gym for like 9 o'clock. This is a normal day, and then I'll start training at 10.
Oh wow!
So I make sure I'm up a good 3 hours before, so one I can eat and obviously just get my day ready, and then go to the gym, train, and then eat lunch around about 12 o'clock. But again, I have to. I'm a heavyweight. if I was to do what you did, I wouldn't be weighing what I weigh now. I'd be more like the 230s. And obviously I can't be.
Well, I don't want to gain any weight. I did gain a pound.
So you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Like I said, you're good, but I can't be doing that because I'm fighting heavyweight. I can't be coming in there, you know, underweight. I wouldn't be able to, you know, hold up my end of the bargain, you know, and put myself in the worst predicaments ever by doing that.
Okay. Because I did all the testing, Linton.
Yeah.
I did all the testing to know what I'm allergic to, which I'm not allergic to anything. I don't have gluten sensitivity. You know, I do stay away from dairy. I barely eat any processed food. I eat to my blood type, and I'm good to go.
Yeah, that's exactly everything you've just suggested. Is great. You know, a lot of us just eat anything, not knowing if it's good for us or not. Add bad eating habits, like you said. You don't eat junk food. A lot of people eat junk food and then go to the gym. You're getting the wrong fuel in you. So what you've described, you're doing right, and it seems like it's working as well.
I'm in this moment of thinking because I never know where a conversation's going to go, and you and I've had so many different layers of conversations, and I'm excited where I'm not going to lie. I used to not hate going to the gym, Linton, but I would get bored so easy where I've had several different trainers. They bored me. They gave me plans that bored me. I went in, I changed things up, did supersets. In your professional opinion, understanding what these military style boot camp trainings are like, it has transformed me where I went from a 33, 32 waist. I dropped 4% body fat. I'm stronger than I've ever been before. That going in and just weightlifting has never given me in 20 years. What are your thoughts in comparison to this style of training compared to working out? What works for you? Is everything that I'm doing, is it all making sense of what you really have to do to drop body fat and get into that healthy space?
Yeah. And the reason I say that is because everyone's different as well. And it's depending on what kind of, you know, body frame and physique you're actually looking for in the end. What you're talking about seems like a lot of cardio, a lot of strength and grip strength as well, and mindset, because no boot camp is ever easy. And like you said, with your fasting as well. So it sounds like you're doing this to lose a lot of weight, but also gain strength and gain that mind strength as well. Where I'll need to obviously bulk up, not too much, but I can't be coming in too light. At least as long as I'm weighing about 244, you know, after training, that's fine. Let's like look at the 230s is where you're like, wow, yeah, you need to eat and you need to get that fluid in you. But yeah, it sounds like you're doing everything right. You're on the right track, to be honest. And like you said, some things got boring. And that does happen when you do normal weights. You do have to change it up a little bit. I'm lucky that I have a strength coach, and the program is different every probably 3 weeks. You know, he'll add something different in, so it's not consistently the same routine. And I think that is what that's what determinates us. That's what we're looking for. The motivation's gone because I don't want to do the same routine again. But changing it up is what gives you that extra fire.
I did 12 weeks. I'm going 18 weeks. I keep going forward with this because it keeps getting better and better and better. Once I'm done, let's say if I decide that I'm going to go ahead and take a break, which I did take about a week break in between my 6 week before I started to go for another 6.
Yeah, that's fine. I hold rest as one of the main keys is probably why I live so long. No, you not live so long, but why I'm able to train still and be at the top of the, the roster, top ranking still in Bellator, because I take my rest seriously. You need it. I think coming into the sport, but in general, we're always working. I've got to do more. That's good, but you got to think it'd be like driving a car at the top speed every single time you get into it. You have to drive it slow a little bit, especially around the corners. You have to park it up a little bit, just so that waste all that petrol, and that's like your energy level. You might have a hard day, then okay, you know what? I'm going to rest today, or I'm going to get recovery and go and maybe go for a light swim, maybe go into hyperbaric chamber, maybe get a massage, red light, that kind of recovery, and then the next day you can hit it hard, or even just take it easy and do like a drill session. But yeah, you hit every day hard, your body's going to be like, I'm going to break down on you. And that's how injuries happen.
Yeah, 3 days a week. Thank you for that. 3 days a week is enough. And for some reason, and here's the thing, what I plan on doing is I've got 5 more weeks here in my third round, Linton. What I'm planning on doing is taking another a week rest, and then what I want to do is go into strength training, because my strength it's incredible. When I went to the gym, and when I do go, I'm like, holy shit, I can lift this and it feels easy.
Yeah.
So that's what if you think that, I've got your blessing on that, I just feel after 18 weeks of this boot camp, I should be able to go in and challenge myself in a gym, not be bored, and be able to see what I can do to transform and elevate my body with everything I learned in 18 weeks.
Yes, of course. Like I said, 18 weeks is a long time to get your body right. And you'll be lifting stuff and doing stuff that you probably wasn't able to do as easy. Like, I don't know, just say, for instance, you might have been able to bench a certain weight. Now you probably have to push that weight a little bit easier, maybe even do like 3 or 4 more extra reps or more sets. You might have to jump a little bit higher, might have to go on that treadmill a little bit faster. Maybe the level 6 is like, this is warm up now, I'm gonna go to level 9. You know what I mean? That's how we level up. So you're doing the right thing in doing the boot camps, and that's a long time, 18 weeks. And then you go back into the gym, you'll notice a big difference, and you'll be like, I wish I knew this earlier.
You know what I learned that I'm glad I learned now? And I can't say whether or not if I learned it earlier. And if I did, let me be specific. It didn't make sense until I worked with the right team that really cared. These guys are not, John over there at Burley's gym. He's not there sitting on a phone, tapping, telling you, good job. No, I mean, there's no phones in their hand. Yeah,
bullshit. Because they're not interested.
Yeah. So
I think if you're on your phone when you're coaching, then you need to leave that gym. Like, that's not a good trainer, man.
You know how many do it?
Sorry?
I said, you know how many do it, and people still pay these people?
I know. It pisses me off. Because I train a few people. If I'm looking at my phone, it's one to maybe change the song, or it's to see how long time we've got left. Other than that, I don't go on the phone to text or answer calls and stuff. Obviously, if it's some reason, if it's an important call and you know it is, then maybe like, hey, I'm so sorry. But other than that, you're not supposed to be on your phone looking at Instagram saying well done, because you're not even paying attention to your client.
No. But can I drop the bomb on this? Especially, with all due respect out there in LA, but it's all over, even in New York and at some of these posh gyms. The guys that are there are just, hoping that the women are going to want to sleep with them so they can still pay more money. And then they're gay on the side with their gay clientele, hoping that they're going to want to give them a blowy and then still pay them.
That's crazy.
You know
That's
this
crazy.
happens, Linton.
Yeah, yeah. That's in LA.
Well, I mean, LA, New York. I mean, I've seen trainers at some of these gyms, even at Planet Fitness, I had seen it, even at Gold's Gym. Like, they're there training, and you can tell the way that they're courting, you know, if a guy's there with a woman or if he's there with another guy, or if he happens to be, you know, of the gay community. They just have a certain way that they keep their clientele, not all of them, but most of them. And it's extremely obvious. I hear the complaints. I've spoken to other people at the gym who've were complaining up at the front desk about, you know, the lack of care. And I think what it is you really, like, for you, I know if I were to go into a gym, and even though you look the way that you look and you have goals, I know that if I'm going to do something, I know that you would stand there and you would spot, you would do whatever, and making sure that I completed it successfully.
Exactly. That's how it should be. And that's the real coach, the real trainer. Correcting what they did wrong. Okay, you messed up. You maybe change this position or do that. Okay, you can't lift that weight so good. Let's go down. How are you going to know if they've progressed?
Mm-hmm.
You won't know if you're on your phone.
No.
You're fucking around. It pissed me off, actually, that kind of training.
And you don't, and all due respect, even if you did, you don't have to say anything, but you're not one of those that are out there doing the OnlyFans thing, right?
Nah, man.
Okay, well, there's a lot of these trainers that's got the OnlyFans on the side that are calling themselves OnlyFans, wanting to offer some fitness type of program, but the fitness doesn't include working out and includes a different type of working out.
Oh, really?
And I know you can't be oblivious to this stuff, even though you're in beautiful Florida.
I know. OnlyFans is on there, but in a little bit, I am a little bit naive because I'm not in that. So
that makes sense. Yes.
It's because I just expect everyone to be the way I carry myself. I expect everyone to do that, and I know it's not true. And you probably obviously think yourself, the way you are, you expect some people just to carry themselves that way as well. And then damn, you don't actually. Is that how you think? Is that what you would do? It's sort of like, damn, maybe everyone is messed up. But yeah, I know there's the OnlyFans, but I didn't know it was to that extent. But again, that's me being a little bit naive because, you know, I'm not actually in that kind of field.
I'm happy. You know, honestly, I assume everybody knows it, and I assume that it's public even to people that may be hidden in the hills. I don't know, maybe you know, but
I knew girls with the OnlyFans, you know, and obviously they wanted to obviously look at their OnlyFans page and stuff like that. But when you say about the gym, it is exactly the same, really. Yeah, come follow my page, OnlyFans, and come over to my house instead. I guess it's just like a gigolo site, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Really? Come on over.
I saw a clip on Joe Rogan on TikTok where this one girl, she showed her financials. There was a report made or something about it in the news, but I do remember specifically she made $51 million in 2 years on OnlyFans. $51 million.
How though?
And I didn't even find her that attractive. I'm thinking, what the heck is she doing to make 51?
How on earth are they doing this? Like, crazy though, isn't it? Like, to think that people are, that's not one wage, not one person paying it, but the amount of men, I guess, it is all men, that put all their money into looking at a girl naked or something. It's actually insane.
Well, you know,
51 million. It's like, what the? You done nothing. But she's going to see the difference. She's going to think, yeah, I'm going to keep earning this money. And she's going to change.
You know, probably deep throating shish kebabs or you know.
1,000,000%. Yeah, 1,000,000%.
Putting toes in pies and grapefruits.
It's that quick money and you can't tell me nothing. Isn't it? Because you got to think, 51 mil, I'm never going to earn that. So she's like, shut the fuck up. I'm going to get my money. You may not want me, but someone else will, somewhere.
But the stress to have to be on for that, Linton, like how much they have to be on and ready every day, all day to be ready to have sex somehow.
Yeah. It's obviously, we know at some point they're gonna regret doing all that.
Yeah, I mean, everyone, like you said, you have a breaking point.
100%. I can't do this no more. No one wants me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like, I just told you the OnlyFans. You're OnlyFans. What? No, I'm good. You know what I mean? That's what happened. You may not know at the time, but you'll find out somehow. Someone, like, internet's forever.
Oh my God, yeah, and guarantee, you know, with information or stuff that's out there, people are saving it.
You know how people talk.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see blah, blah, blah? No. Oh, here's a picture of her. What?
People are going to use it. It's like a lottery ticket. They never have to wait for an expiration date. They just have to wait for the right moment, the right time, something coming up or happening in the news or a big movie deal or some sort of debut. And then there they are cashing that lottery ticket.
Cashing their monies. Big monies.
It's a lottery ticket that never expires, those dick pics and everything else.
Yeah, never. They're there forever.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, man. Yeah. They're forever, mate. They don't go nowhere. Even when they're gone, they're still going to be there.
Oh.
That's what's crazy, isn't it?
It is.
Even when you're gone, it's still there. There's no deletion of it. It's there. Once it's out there, it's there forever.
And it's not like the way it used to be when we were younger, where we had privacy. You don't have privacy anymore. You don't even have privacy. You can't even guarantee, like now you're staying at hotels, there's hidden cameras.
Well, we know there's no privacy because you go on your phone and it'll come up with what you've been talking about. That's what I'm saying. It does. Like, you might mention something like, I don't know, coffee mate. Or coffee mate right in front of me. And I go on my phone, that's what will come up, coffee mate. Like, what?
Oh, yeah, it's all that tracking stuff, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So nothing, even when you're by yourself, nothing is private. Your phone's there. Heard what you said. They took note of that. Linton needs that. Linton said that. It's a crazy world, mate. And it's only going to get worse, I feel. I
agree. I think, well, there's so much we don't know.
Yeah, it's only going to get worse.
I mean, not to go on this topic, but even, you know, the most recent presidential debate, I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't care less if it was Ronald McDonald and Santa Claus doing a debate. Yeah. It's the fact that these people are representing our country. It's bad enough that other countries, which most people won't tell you except for them, but most countries don't respect the U.S. as it is and a lot of the way things are. And it's like, oh my God.
I think it's because everything's televised. Everything. And it's like, this is so stupid. It's that everyone's just taking the Mickey out of each other, like the piss, right? Making fun of each other. So we see it. So it's there everywhere.
And now, you know, once again, I completely understand you. You're not. You have boundaries of what you allow to enter your sphere. Thank God you don't do PR and journalism because it's just there and there's really no way to escape it for myself except putting the phone down. But when Trump made the whole reference about the cats and dogs, now on TikTok, they turned it into a song. There's even a dance to the song about Trump talking about they're eating the dogs and cats.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's whatever you say, whatever you do, it's out there. And like it sort of ends up being a bit comical, doesn't it?
The foolishness has no other word, but it should just be that.
It's kind of comical.
And they wonder why certain things are banned in other countries. And I got to ask you this. You're from the UK. Is there things that you miss about the UK that we don't have here? Do you think that, you know, if you're able to share this, and are there things that about your country you feel that America should adopt, and it would be better for us if we had more or a better mindset of thinking than this carelessness? That
obviously I like to shoot guns at the gun range.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think gun is probably the only thing I would change. Don't get me wrong, it probably would, you know, go into people stabbings. You know, people always find something else to do, don't they? But yeah, I think that's one thing I would adopt. You know, because everyone gets shot somewhere, and the school shootings and just random shootings, that needs to happen, man. You know what I mean? I think it needs to happen, man. Some people don't deserve to own a gun. Not everyone should be able to own a gun.
So you're saying in the UK, like, people can't easily purchase guns there?
Well, it's illegal. Can't have guns.
Oh, it is personal guns.
Yeah, no, there's no gun at all. Like,
no guns.
No guns.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Where here, anyone and everyone can get a gun, and I think that's what's wrong. Because people go out there, oh, I'm pissed off, bang, bang, bang. School shootings. Why are kids shooting up other kids in schools? Like, what's so bad for you to do that? I understand bullying happens, but have a fight. Normal fight. But we know it's never going to happen, though, is it? They're never going to stop guns.
I'm just processing and thinking that we are so used to it, where I never imagined that there is a place where people don't have them. Yeah,
no, and I was brought up with no guns, seriously. I came here in 2014, and my friend, Chef Congo, said to me, do you want to go to the gun range? I said, I'm not American, I don't have a gun. He's like, that's okay. And I'm thinking, what? Like, I ain't about to get a gun. The thing is, he didn't know. I went in there and I'm like, yeah, you got your ID. Showed him my ID, which was a British ID. I said, what gun would you like? I'm like, what? And I got a gun, got some ammo, and started shooting at the gun range.
And you know there was another school shooting just a couple days ago.
No, I didn't, but that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's crazy, man. How can't they stop this? They need to, like, I don't know, maybe get metal detectors or something. I don't understand how kids can go into school and do that.
Mm-hmm.
Something needs to change, isn't it?
It is.
I couldn't imagine. You think your kid's safe at school, out of all places, and then you hear stuff like that on the news. People are like, I don't want to send my kid to school.
Well, that's why we all know you're out here doing what you can do of being a good human being, training, teaching, building great relationships. You know, going over to your Instagram, you can see the love, the support, you know, the hugs. I mean, there is a video of you, what was it, it was actually 3 days ago, on the mic with nephew. You're there giving.
Yeah, Tuco, my boy. Yes, my good friend.
What's next for you? What's coming up? Anything you can give us of what we have to look forward to?
Yeah, I don't have no fight news as yet. I'm training, you know, helping a few guys out. I do have a few travels coming up. I'm going to Bali, Thailand, and England. So that'd be nice to obviously train and see friends and family. It'd be nice to have 2 months off, you know, of MMA, Florida fight training, and actually, you know, learn a different craft, and actually just have some time to relax. I feel like I don't relax enough. So it'd be nice to actually have, you know, some zen in my life and just chill for 2 months. And then I'll be back and then look at what's next after that. But right now, as today, no fight news. But that could change. But yeah, no fight news as of yet.
How do you disconnect, honestly? I know you do ice baths and you got your training, but what is your true disconnect?
What, from fighting?
From everything. Where do you go?
It's hanging out with friends, whether it be some food. I go to the gun range. That's very peaceful. Go to fight shows. I know it's obviously to do with work, but it's still getting out and actually having the focus on your teammates or someone you don't know. That's always good. Obviously, meeting up for food. So yeah, just hanging out with your friends and, you know, not taking life too serious and just cracking jokes.
Do you have cocktails at all?
No, I don't have cocktails, no.
You don't, like, no beer, no vodka cranberry, none of that?
No, I don't drink.
Really? Okay. I like that.
used to when I was younger. And then, you know, since I started fighting, I stopped all that.
Is it true when you get yourself into a certain position, like even with myself, here's where I'm going with this. I have noticed, like, I had 2 beers a couple nights ago. I rarely drink, but I've noticed that when my nutrition changes, like when I start removing at least 90+% of processed foods out, don't touch the sugars, and just what this training has been doing, I've noticed that alcohol tastes different. And I've also noticed that how my body responds to it is different to where after I had those beers, I felt like I didn't even need them. Why did I even drink?
Yeah. It does that. It's like your body's had a detox and now you're poisoning your body. You know, because you got to think, when you were young, you was drinking. So you become accustomed to it and normal to it. And when you stop it and then you start again, you're like, your body's like, ugh, we haven't had this in months. Like, your body's hasn't had this in it for so long, it's detoxed it. And now you're drinking it now, you're starting back again, it seems like. And now your body's like, you're poisoning me. What are you doing? Obviously, after maybe a couple of days, 3 or 4 days of doing that every day, you get used to it, but your body's telling you, nah, I don't want this.
Yep. That's where I'm at.
And when you have it, I bet you're just like, whoa, I'm a bit tipsy. Tipsy too?
Yeah, it happens very quick.
Yeah.
But all in all, I'm fine. It's the next day. You know?
Yeah. Your body takes maybe 3 days to recover, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does.
And again, I feel like it's poison. Your body's like, ugh, what are you doing? Especially being so healthy. You know, your body's been cleansed. That's what I think.
I agree.
And it's like I don't eat bad either. So if I do have some crap food, my body's like, ugh, Linton, and I don't feel too great.
Well, thank you for being with us today on Live on Air with Stephen Cuoco. It's a true honor.
Thank you for having me, mate. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. It's been a great show and great talking to you.
Any shout outs you want to give? Anything you want to do or share before we close out?
Yeah, big shout out to Nevin, one of my sponsors, and another sponsor, Hayabusa. Big shout out to my team, Kill Cliff FC, and also my other team, back home in England. BST, Blood, Sweat and Tears.
I like that. I like that.
Some good gyms I got out there. And I've been with that gym. It was called a different gym. It was called, I was at a gym called Total Dojo. Then I went to another gym with the same coach, though. Same coach, but different gyms. It was called Immortal. And then from Immortal to BST. Same coach, but different gyms. We moved to another gym, again, changed the name. Then we left that gym because that carried on, but then we went to another place, and then that's been my home now. Probably since, I'm going to say 2000 and maybe 10. It's been BST. Yeah, I'm going to say about 2010. So a long time.
Very long. But a good long time.
Yeah, 100%. And I'll go back in December, and I'll go back and meet the boys and the girls and coaches, and hang out and get some training in. Show all the love.
Well, I hope you're looking forward to coming back on again, because this is not going to be a one-hit wonder.
Oh no, of course, 100%. And next time, hopefully, I'll have some fight news to share with you as well.
Hey, this is perfect enough. I don't need you to become an international New York Times best-selling author or anything else. You're the winner. You're the real talk, the real conversation.
Appreciate that.
And look at here. You already did it. #1 ranked Bellator heavyweight, PFL heavyweight, Fight for Autism ambassador. Do you want to expand on that?
Yeah. So with that, I'm just showing and spreading awareness for people that suffer with autism. It's pretty much to say, just because you got a disability, should I say, it's not going to stop you from achieving your goals. There's in England, there's a foundation called Fight for Autism, and kids can go and train and have little boxing matches with head guards and big gloves and stuff. So it's to show we all can do it. You put your mind to something, there's nothing we can't do.
I agree. Thank you. All right, Linton. Thank you.
You're all welcome. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Linton Big Swarm Vassell, #1 ranked Bellator heavyweight, PFL heavyweight. Head on over to his Instagram, LDV__ the Swarm, THSWARM. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in to Live on Air with Stephen Cuoco on Power 98.5 satellite radio, power985.com, as well as Biz Talk Radio, biztalkradio.com. My show airs on Biz Talk Radio weekdays 8 a.m., 12 p.m., and 5 p.m. Eastern, Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, and Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern. All this and more, head on over to Stephen Cuoco, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Power 98.5 Radio, Instagram, Power 985, Facebook, and more. Check the schedule, download the app, tune in on Alexa. Power 98.5 is available on Apple Music. Have a great day. Smile, live, laugh. Give someone, even yourself, a warm Linton Big Swarm Vassell hug. Have a good day, everyone.
Friend us on your socials and let's connect.